here we are. I'm at my computer. I'm at my desk for my crafting desk for the first time in a while. Let me do some here and see what happens when I do this. I speak with this one too. Okay, so I can do some some crazy stuff. Where's my widgets? Right one. So this is the first time I've been on my computer at my workbench for a little while, and that is not what I want. And since it's been a little while, I am wanting to. Wait a minute, what is going on here? Let me show. Aha, aha. Ah, ah. There we go. And we've got that connected. So real quick pop out this. So pop out. And I'm going to. It's been a little while since I've gotten some music going. So let's. Uh-huh. Oh, good. Uh, all right, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta do scooching over. Okay, there we go. It's been the first time since I've tried to do music on in a little while, so let's just do something. Let's do something low key. Nothing too crazy. Great. Play. There we go. We'll do something like this. Uh huh. We'll do that. And let me go back to my here. Uh huh. Eh, whatever. I don't know if it's playing music. If it is, somebody can tell me. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so all that being said, now that you're looking at all this stuff, why have I finally got back onto the the why have I gotten into some streaming? I mean, tell some a couple of people. Okay, this is gonna be super exciting. Um, Get if you can tell, so the way what I have set up on here is I have my computer, which I'm going to need. Thanks. That was like me watching another having another thing because I was looking up some stuffs. Okay, looked up. Let me get my instructions ready just in case. Actually, I probably should have kept that one up. But let me see. I do here. Okay. Okay. Huh? Uh-huh. Version 3 install. So anyway, I'll go back to that and I'll get some set up there because I'm going to need instructions. But let's go over what I want to do. So I got a lot of parts and pieces in here. I'm going to go through them right now. And that is here. So it's like every time I get on stream, things act all wonky. So, but what I got a whole bunch of parts and pieces on here that I am going to be doing. So my goal here in the next like session of stream or two is that I am going to create a new. I want to update my NES game. So let's start off. I'm going to start off right here. So right here, I've got backside. But this is an old school NES front loader. This is not mine. This is one I've recently purchased. Well, recently, like within a year ago, I purchased, and I purchased this one because I didn't want to do this with my old Nintendo. So, but I did give this one a try, and this one does not work. So yeah, I got that going on. But that's good news. So I got that going on. And then I've got adjusting my windows a little bit. There we go. Okay. So this is going to be the one that I use for the console that I use for the for as a donor. What I'm going to do, I'm actually not going. I'm going to keep all the stuff, of course, but I'm not going to keep the outside. I mean, I'm not going to use the outside case. I just want the board that's in here. And we'll see, we might try to take that apart today. And what I'm going to do with that board is I am going to install this. If it looks okay. So this right here is called an NES R2 RGB. I probably go ahead and slice it open. We can pull the board out and take a look at it. Go. That will be throw you away. Okay. What did I do with the cat? That was the cat. So damn it, hurt myself. So here is the board. You know what? I've actually not tried on my see. I have you plugged in. I still have the microscope set up. That is not looking like it's there. See, oh, this is on. Okay, there it's turning on. Okay. I think that this is going here. So I think if I plug this in here, it might start showing the microscope. Oh, I did that wrong. I need to go to there. Okay. Yeah. Again, my apologies for this, but see. I'm going to try to activate you. See, there we go. Okay, I told you it was coming. So let me get my again, since it's been a little while, I have some setup work here. Get you a little bit warmed up, and you can get a little bit closer in here. We can look at this board. So this board, what we're going to do is, so I'll put it on the little camera so you see how it is set up. There we go. And you're looking through it through the microscope. We have this way. We have, and this is the main processor of it. And what you see here is you see the we're going to put in we're going to take one of the chips off of the main board of the NES, and we're going to put it there right next to another port. And then what we're going to do is we have all of these pins right here that we are going to attach. And then we have here a jumper that we're going to have to attach, and we have some sound work. So this shouldn't be too bad. This is where we're going to be doing the soldering. It's going to be here and putting and on here. And like I said, this shouldn't be too bad, but it's going to take some time. So that being said, let's go back to main view, and then you can see that board right here. This is the same board. So pointing out, this is the pins right here that I'm going to be doing the soldering to. And then right here, you can see these are parts and pieces there, but they're going to be put in right there, and we will it will essentially, we're going to put the socket. We're going to put a socket into the board. We'll stick this thing on, and we'll take the chip on there. The hardest part, as I understand, is pulling the chip off of the board of the NES. All right. So, but that's the only board that I have. And if you look in here, so if you look at this, the stuff that comes with it, I'm going to pull one thing out in particular. Is RGB voltage regulator. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with that one. That'll be one I'm going to have to figure out. But you look here at the stuff that it comes with. It comes with this, which is going to be the socket that we use to essentially, we're going to put this in. We're going to pull a chip off of the board of the NES. We're going to put this socket in its place of there. Then we're going to attach these pins to this board and plug the board in. And what else do we got here? So what we have here are two ports. So I believe this one is this is an old school S-video port, and this one is, I think that might be right. Yeah. This is the S-video port, and this is another port that's an RGB cable that's used with these backboards, these little backplanes. Whoops. So that's the soldering side, and what you do with these, is that you put them in here, and just like that, you can solder it up, and you put the RGB stuff right there, and it's actually Luma and Chroma is what it's called, but and then you can use that, and then similarly, appears to be a headphone jack. Similarly, we have this board right here, which I think this is some sort of old school. This is a complicated cable. I think one of that uses the DIN style, but it's like a big one. But we'll put anyway. This fits on the board. This has a lot more data, so it goes. It would go on just like that. And you sit here and you solder it on, just like this. Here, you could go back if you wanted to look at that under the microscope. We could do that. And microscope. Here's the board, and there's where it would all go in. RGB, voltage, ground. I'm not sure what V is. It might be sync, but that's how it could go in. And then I just pulled it off. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to do those. This one right, this one right here is one I will need to investigate what the scoop is with this one because I'm going to have to probably tonight watch a video before I start getting crazy with the soldering and look at what this voltage is all about. Maybe I have seen it and I've just forgotten about it. All right. Okay, so but I said that, but why am I not too concerned about that S video? And that is because I am using this. This is one of the things I have linked on there. This right here is if you're familiar with your Nintendo plugs, which port that's used for, it's called a multi-AV port. And what it does is it puts out all of the signals that you saw on those other ones. And more importantly, sound. Well, not more importantly, but just as importantly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, go back to the microscope, so you can see up close, and we're going to have to solder to all those kinds. So yeah, that's the size of my fingers. This is pretty small. So what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew this screw. You see me looking over at my computer monitor. And then we will be putting a whole bunch of wires to here. How does it show on the back side? Tell you. Okay, so it does not. So we are going to have to pull up there's a schematic that will help us out with what goes to what. So and just to also show you, this is kind of like what the port looks like. And so so that's what we're going to do. And you might say, hey, I've seen that before. Well, I'll say that. I'm going to say that little part is a little surprise. Because then what's going to happen is then I will use this. And these are kind of the best cables in the biz for to get. I will get my knife out. And this is so. Yeah, if you want to read what's going on there, I mean, I guess you can. If you can see that, you can pause it. So, but this is a SNES cable to component cable and sounds. So this will plug, when all said and done, will plug, hopefully, right into there, just like that. Whew, fits in tight too. That'll be good. That'll be nice when it's in. And then you might say, hey, that's not HDMI. And you're right. I actually don't have it here, but when I get ready for testing, I'll bring it in. Is that I have a little device that upscales, an upscaler to take this from the native resolution, which is going to be really low, to high def. So that's how I'm going to get Nintendo. I'm going to play old school NES games on high def. And you saw, if you were watching from the get-go, you saw I have several NES games. Here's a copy that I have of Super Mario 2. I don't know, this one might need some cleaning. So that one might need some cleaning of it. But yeah. But anyway, kind of rolling back for a second. So walking through my parts and pieces and stuff here. I don't think there's anything in here. Yeah, this should be trash. I'm going to set it in my trash there to be sure. But I mentioned that the Super Nintendo, or I mean the Nintendo I have here doesn't work. Now, 9 times out of 10, from what my research has shown, is that the problem is with this driver. And what this is, I haven't looked at it yet. This is all. I should pull out here so you can see. So this is what sits. The board, it will fit into the. Well, actually, I think it goes like this. So when you connect it goes in like that. Yeah. So when you connect a inside your NES, you have there's an edge connector on the board, and it slides in right here. And when you have your front loader, the way it works is that you put it against this, push it in, and push it down, which has it seated against the cartridge. So this is oftentimes covered in gunk or whatever. So I got this is a third party one. Everyone's like, oh my god, the third party ones aren't very good. We'll see. I got this one as a potential. We might use it. It came with the bit with the Nintendo security bit that's always a fun thing. We'll sit that down. And we'll sit down this down here. All right. I'm telling the story here. So the next part to show you is, I like Super Mario 2. I got several other games in there. I got a big old stack of them. I even got some rare, like ones. But what I want to do is I'm going to play on this primarily. And this is what's called an EverDrive N8. And this is a flash cart that you could take and we could put the ROMs of the games that are there on here and play through that. So it's good because, even though I have all these old games, I want to kind of minimize challenges. That game I have, that Super Mario 2 that I got down there, might not be, the pins might need cleaning or there might be some damage there. So I will try it. I'm going to use this to try things out. So that's another part to show you. And then finally, the final part of my story is, if you notice in here, and I kind of started saying it, but then, apparently I'm a terrible storyteller, so you can do what you want with that. But I was talking about this, and, if you've ever seen one of these, like on a Super Nintendo, you know that this plastic is black. And you're like, well, hey guys, what's the story here? Why do you have that? And that is because I am then going to take the entire thing, and I got something in there. I'm going to take the entire thing and transplant it into this, which is a clear NES system. So the case, I'm going to have a new clear shell for everything. So I think this is going to be fun. And then the last part that you saw in here, so that's going to go be saved. That's going to be like later after we've already done the mod. But one nice part that I want to kind of try out, that might be something we might try out tonight. Oh, okay. Stuff's falling out. There's screws and such. There. Okay. So but one of the parts that I'm very interested in is this right here. I believe, and I haven't tried this yet. Maybe something we'll try. I believe that this is it's a cutout to fit this thing into it. So I am actually going to we'll start doing some messing with just that because I want to see if that's correct. That's going to help me gauge what I'm going to have to do. So I got my where you can see what I'm doing here. I got my snips. Maybe I should try. Maybe I should try with my. We'll see if it is super. Nah, I'm going back to snips. Or more likely, it's going to have to be a combo snips and knife. Maybe I can use one to try it. In all honesty, hopefully this probably doesn't need to be super neat as long as it fits in because the shell kind of cloudy. The problem is that the shell plastic is too thin or too thick, and then the width of the I think I'm getting there. And of course, I'm not doing this as yet. Not doing it. Let me get. I believe I have here. Yep. Have more additional fudgers. Do what I do. Now I have this fudger here. Get this thing and do some spudge work. It's a kind of hilarious term, I think. Uh-huh. Knife. it is. All right, nice. Nice. There we go. Clean it up a little bit. So here's what the piece looks like. Crash. But I am going to get my not my knife. Or, well, maybe I'll go knife. But I'm going to start with the snips and clean up stuff. Right? Fit in, fit in. I'll tell you what, step one, I'm going to take you, and you, because this is the part that, and we'll just put you all in here. Side. I don't think it's enough though. Just slightly. Tightly. Actually, I think this might be. It might be okay. It might be okay because I think this is going to be in filing range. And let me slide over here to the side real quick because I have some files handy. Well, handy is a loose term. I have some files in here somewhere. We'll see how close they are. Not there, not there. Aha! Okay. So I have, so, oops, that's crooked. So I went all the way over there to get files. When, if you look right here, there's a file right here. Whoops-a-doodle. All I'm really trying to do is knock that down just a little bit. And it may just be that I need to, I don't think I need to do too much here. All right. So you can, all right, let me kind of, that was a mistake. I should probably also say this is the first time I've ever done this. So, all right, let's see. I think it's like really cool. It's like we want it to be. I think. Actually, let me pull this apart. I think that'll also help this situation. Mm-hmm. Screwdrivers here to undo this screw. I need to redo it. when it's done, put the screw in this bag, which fits there because it's the parts that we need. That I should put on here. Pull you out. Also put you there. This. How tight are feel like it's pretty. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. Because the board will fit right in. So what happens then is that this will snap. And I think I can just go ahead and put it on. Snaps onto here. Need to be I'm gonna get me an old fashioned one of these jobbers. And that I'm owing because that hurt. Let's see, we got something else. Get over the snap. Come on. Snap it in. Or I break it. Either way. Yeah, that's weird. Well, on the plus side, what I can do is I can fix it the old fashioned way. And that is glue it in. I can actually think probably not. Let me see if my bad this glue is. A little bit of plier work help me start the unscrewing. Right. Glue. Need to get it doing. Trying to see. I got this old school glue. It's been a little while. Also, when I say it's been a little while, I don't know if it's actually good. Only one way to find out, and that's me. I'm going to. Well, I think it's just friction will keep it in, but I do want to. I think gluing this is a good thing. Open it. Oh, going to get the big guns. Actually, I think the big guns are right. Yep, they're right here. We're gonna use pliers on this thing. All right. Now, hoping that I can pull you off. I'm going to use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and snip off a Q-tip. Might need some bigger than that. Let's see, what do I got to do that? Got several things. Q-tip away. Q-tip's not long enough. What about if I use some wire? Go. So if uh-oh. I think it might be. I think it might be dead. Yep. It is dead. Well, I will. What I will do, I probably should have put a little bit more into that, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's in there pretty good, but I'm going to want to get this piece and probably glue it. I'll save that till later. I just know we'll know that's something we're gonna have to. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to now put you up. What I'm going to do, there's one thing I want to do, and that is I want to take this thing apart. So that's what we're going to do. And I might need, some help. All right, what do we got? Some of these are kind of long. I might need does not. All right, let me step up a second, grab me I think this one. I think this one will do the deal. I don't know if this has ever been taken apart. So that's going to be. Grab that other one. I think there might be. I think that one might be the wrong Phillips. Try this one. Yeah, I think this is a little bit better. So to let you know, my plan is to keep all these parts and pieces of this original Nintendo in place. This one. Uh-huh. Unscrewing stuff. All right. I think I'm mostly disconnected. This one might be a little bit more. There we go. All right. Now so I can flip it, and the screws are going to come out. This quite out of the way. Let's see what we got here. All right. 6 screws. I see 4, 5, 6, 3. All right. So here's what I see. Let's pull my inspect. Oops, wrong button. Let's see what I see. Dusty. All right. It's dusty, but I think it's clean. I think that this thing hasn't been taken apart, which is great news. All right. I will need to find something to connect those. Actually, what I probably should just go ahead and. You know what I am going to do? Let me see if I have everything I need right here. Right. No, I do not. All right, let me hop away. I'll be. Oh no, I do have it. Okay, thought I did. I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those screws. Because again, I'm intending to keep the outside case. I'll just put them here. Son of a gun. Doing really good here. Okay, so there's 5 of the screws. And okay. By the way, I probably should double check some of the instructions. I've been focused about the mod, but like the laser bear thing. Anyway. Right there. Out. R. All right. Keep you with the original case. Just to let you know what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get to the board, so I can see where we're at here. So, all right, time to start pulling off more screws. These, however, unless they're part of the new point. Okay, I only see 6, so I think I'm going to have to reuse all these screws. Good to know. Right? Those are favorite R. And super check these are the same. Looks the same. I have one more here. Done. Maybe 2 more. Yep. This might be a good time to bust out my I think I have to reuse these, so I don't want to strip them. Basically, what I'm seeing here. Might be a better fit. Whew, this is. I think I can. Okay, cool. Don't want to strip them. There we go. There we go. That was nice. This one different. Looks about the same. There we go. Take your time. That's what I'm doing. Taking my time. And I believe comes off. Yes. So I am going to then, I'm either going to keep the I'm going to have to decide if I want to keep the RF shell when I put it back into the new case, or if I want to. So here's what I'm doing. See, we take those, tape those right there into the shell. Set that one down for now. All right, I think I almost can pull this thing out. I think that I have to pull this. I probably should have taken a picture. Well, I can review the video if I really need to. Oh, yeah. Wire. Okay. Put this. Fill in that. Power, because that's actually the power supply. Okay. And now let me pull the cartridge thing off. Cartridge. Yep. And of course, okay, found it. Cartridge. Cartridge. These different. This are base. Okay, so you have the three up front. Okay. All right. Well, this one. Okay, so I know what these. All right, so I'm going to have to do it this way. Front, middle, rear. What I'm going to do, if I can. Come on, tape. Come on. There we go. Take this off. Separated. All right. Cartridge. This thing should kind of just come out now. Feels like it's out. This does not. Oh, never mind. I see what's wrong. Other PSU. That screw out. Yep. Okay, good deal. Let me just save that one and label this one too, just to make sure I know where all my screws go. All right. So now I think I'm ready to take, so I can take this, pull this out. So this is, see, there it is. Where you put your cartridge. So if I pull my Mario, slides right on in here. That's how that works. Okay, set you decide. Now we have the fun part. I am going to try to pull the board out. Okay. Connectors. This way on here. So the bottom RF shield, I think, also. But I'm not quite prepared to do that just yet. I want to see these. Let me just be sure. Take a quick picture so I can make sure I know which ones go where. Actually, what I probably should do, label. Well, I'll do both. And do these are the two control ports. This is so. See my awesome job of this. I don't know why it's one plumber's tape suddenly got so sticky. Right. So I have to transport this too. Right. Okay. Pull you out. So too much force on. There you go. What I'm going to do, grab my little spudger here, my plastic spudger. Okay. Good. One. I'm feeling really confident. This is the first time this thing's been opened in 30 years. So I'm feeling that's kind of a good news story. That's that. Like that. Two. Two. I'm sure that this cable will probably keep it, so I know, but all right, so I'm gonna have to pull this stuff out, put this onto the new system. We'll see. I might do that now. I might do that later. We'll see. But the first thing I want to do is I'm going to look at this board. Pull off this RF. So this is going to go away, and here is the board. Oh, wow. That's nice. So, okay, the first thing I want to do is pull this thing. Here is, that's not too bad. Okay. All right. Let's look at what we got going on here at the board. So, what's going to wind up happening is that this is going to go right here. I have to over. I'm saying good because these guys are already folded over, so that's a good news. But this board is going to go right here. So these might need work done. Or a break. This might. We'll see, but this board's going to go right here. What's going to wind up happening? This chip is the chip that goes in at this spot. So, but that will be saved for my next. I'm not going to do that this time. That is saved for the next time. What I do want to look at is start by looking at the connector under the microscope. So this up here is where the get some focus done. Looking at the pins here. looking at them really closely. There's some junk. Interesting. So I have this. Whoops. Let's try. I'm going to try something here. I will say hi. Go back to the main view here. I have this, which is called a one-up card, which has a wet side and dry side, and what does it fit in? No, I don't. I don't actually don't think it does. But what I wonder is if I could. Here's what I'll start off. I'll get some IPA toothbrush. I'm going to do some toothbrush work on both of them. Blending it in here. Would be sweet, as if that would be all it takes to fix it. Also going to hit the board with some. But with this one, I might actually go back to the one-up card and put. I'm gonna let that one sit for a little while. I'm gonna try this. Probably do something dumb here. Yeah, I'm gonna do it dumb. I might as well do it on camera. Do. Ah, okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop on here, so I'm gonna pull this up again. Use this, the edge connector. Wipe it down, hopefully clean it. Might need to get, maybe I should do this with an eraser also. Right? Pretty good. That side here, pretty good. And no, these things don't look that bad, really. And my guess is that I've read a story, or I heard a story that the way that you can fix these things is basically you take them and you can boil them. Might give that a try. Because this looks pretty good to me. Let me go take it. Let's go look at the microscope again. See if that looks any better. All right. Here is what we'll get a little bit of an angle because this is where it comes. I'll do that after I look. I think I got rid of that hair. But these look kind of even. So I'm looking at right, get in focus. Basically right where I kind of have it in focus. I think that's kind of in line with each other. I think there's one that's like way out of whack. Aw, aw. Hmm. All right. Well, I think we're in good shape with that one. You know what I think I am going to do? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it tonight. I'm going to set the board over here to the side. Okay, go ahead. Let's transplant these. I'm going to do this one thing at a time, too. There's this. Down. And then before I get going to grades, let's see if. Okay, let's give this a little bit of a. Do I have. I don't have any. Well, nope, I do. Thought I did. Actually, I'm not going to do this one. I'm going to use this one. Do. right? Two. This also fits in the. I probably should do this on camera because I might create a huge mess. All right. No, I did not. Good news story. But what I got here. I guess. So I'm just taking some IPA and washing down these. We're gonna reuse the buttons. But just to be sure. Okay. Let's put these in. Boom. This one went like this. How it went. But before I get too crazy on that, I get my screwdriver going again. Screwdriver going again. Where'd you go, screwdriver? On the floor for some reason. It's not smart. My first. Don't get anything there. Wait, one. Oh. Go all the way. Because these are new threads, they are. I'm going to go with this. Okay. Cork. Okay. Okay. Looking good. All right, so that goes like that. Okay. We got that one done. Nice. We can see we got. Uh-huh. Wait a minute. See how it looks centered. I wonder if I need to do a little bit of pull that off. Feels like it's pointing up a little. I wonder if I need to. Maybe just make it a little bit looser. There we go. Right. I think that's the problem. There we go. Right. So that, I think I did it too tight. So that one's, and reset seems to be working good. All right, so that's what I did. I did those too tight. Nice. Okay. So these are here. Blue guy. Blue guy. So that comes out. So that just kind of folded out like that. Now I have one, two. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I can't do that too. Maybe I can just put some flooded in there. All right. Well, this apparently is another one that you reuse. This all looks like it's on top. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm not going to use the RF shield on the new one. I think but I do think the other thing I have to reuse, I have to reuse this. And this. And give me a quick paper towel. I'm going to wipe this down. There we go. I think we're okay. Yep. Yep. Nope. All right, let me get my flashlight out. Let it go down my foot. Aha! Found it. That's my biggest bane, is losing screws like crazy. Okay. But now I want to get back and put this stuff. All right. This is going to be really clean, I think, once it's all said and done. I am going to need to find me some glue. That's a for sure. Okay. There's. This kind of fit on here. Like that. Then it folded. Just like that. But this. Get started. Probably going to need a bigger screw to torque it because this is new plastic and putting new threads. Right? Way easier to torque it. Okay, let's see what we got here. So this is the new front. And we have that in place. So, getting my parts and pieces ready. Are there screws on the top? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. So okay. Anyway, so that's the bottom, and I was like, I was going to put this together and see what it looks like from the top. But I do have a bit of a drama here, and that is, do I use these pieces, which are clear on the top, or, and I'm going to need to do a little bit of here. See? Yeah. Or do I use these pieces? They seem to be in pretty good shape. You know what? I think I want to use these. I want to use the black ones. I'm going to start off with the back one. This one's going to require a much smaller one. So, try. Yep. Something like that. Yep. That sure feels to be like it's a little bit. Now, these screws are tiny. Okay. So that one's taken off. All right. Give this a good, nice little wipe down. I think I'm going to appreciate this better. You know, it might be a little worn, but it's all right. It's all good. All right. There's that. Let me put you. Um, okay. That should go right here. Oh, I see. So why is it fitting in? It's because the original one's still in there. So this is the clear one. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is clear that you got to go. But I think it's obvious that we got to go this way. Just the way to do it. Okay. This is good. Okay, I can already tell I did this wrong. Something on here wrong. All right. What I want to do, go backwards until I feel the click. Didn't feel the click. Ah, never mind, I got it. All right. There we go. Now let's do. We got two things. We got these, and so we have the door. Let me put this. We got the door, the door spring. a little tight in there. Let me pull you out. Okay. The door spring. Okay. This other door spring out. Fun, fun. Now, there we go. There we go. This is going to be the hard one to put back in. Just going into the plastic. Okay. Now, this should come off. And the door will probably flop around. Clean this thing off. Get my spritzer. Alrighty. All red Rooney. I think this is going to look pretty sharp when it's all together, and hopefully I can get her working. Try paper towels in my the interconnect thing. This thing. Well, we can think about that later because now it is time. All right. Time to do this. We're going to start over here on the right hand side and do the spring because I think this one's going to be a pain in the butt. I don't want to do it. And already starting out to be a pain in the butt because it doesn't look like it fits in just quite right. Do over. And no, 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 no. Yep, I can do it. We can do it. We got it here. All right. That screw. All right, go magnetic go. Ah! As expected, this is a little bit fiddly. Maybe I can get it in the hole. This is probably the way. This, this is. Nope. That is clearly not the way to do it. Camera magnetics are not help, not being my friend. Okay. Okay. Maybe. No. 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 Okay. This way. Of course, it's a flathead, not a Phillips. Oh, wait. I think I got it going. Damn, the notification. There you go. That's going. Sorry that I'm not being too in chatting right now. This is kind of a pain right here. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Here we go. We're doing it. We're doing it. This would have been a little bit easier if it was a Phillips head. It's a flat head, so that on the other side should be a lot easier. Okay, that's done. Now come over here, and I am going to just start off with these. It should be pretty easy. There should be a thread essentially already cut. Yep, quite easier. Right? Okay, nice. Now, finally, this one and should also it should be relatively easy compared to that last one. Yeah, there we go. It's going in already. Nice. You can see what happens right when this thing is done. All right. Nice. But this should. That's it's supposed to help to keep it up. Nice. And I would say that I like the black on there better than clear. Although I have the clear option. All right, so with the exception of perhaps wanting to throw down a little bit of glue, throw down a little bit of glue on the on my help with my multi AV out. I think I have this clear case basically ready to go. So, more or less, that's what it's going to look like. My new Nintendo. Yep. All good? Yeah, that's good. There's going to be the back, but I need to throw a little bit of glue on there. And step one is I have to find a little bit of glue. So, all right. Put you. All right. However, in the meantime, I think that's good enough for today. I don't know how long I've been going, but I've been going for a little while, and I got a lot done. So I'm pretty excited about it. But tomorrow, I will start the connections up for real. We'll be doing the real fun stuff. Or it might not be tomorrow, but it'll be sometime this weekend. So in the next couple days, so this will stop it for part one of my NES modifications, and hopefully we part two will be here really soon. And at which point, what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is pull this chip out and start installing it on there. So it's all good. Let me think if there's anything else I need to be. Not really. I almost wonder now that I've cleaned this off. Maybe one thing I should do before I do this is to test to do a test on the board, to see if this is working now. That might not be a bad idea. Um, Shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. I think all I have to really do think really all I have to do. I mean, I could put it in a. Put it here. So this would definitely have to contain. And to be honest with you, it's probably best just to, and then it goes. I'm going to put the original one on. See what happens. This. Okay, on. In. Actually, to be honest, and what I was thinking is that, in all honesty, it's probably not a bad idea just to kind of. I'm not going to do any controllers. I'm actually not going to connect this up to anything. I'm just going to have this put in. Go. Nice. Okay. So, what I'm looking for, I'm going to put in the EverDrive, because what I'm looking for is I'm looking for me to turn this on, and this thing right here stays on. Okay. Okay. Let me grab my. And if I really want to, and I might do this. If I really want to, what I might do is I might take this over to my TV. It is. I got a new power supply for this also. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this thing in. Doing that now. Oh, crud. Okay. So what I'm wanting to do, I'll turn it up this way, is right here. I'm wanting this thing to turn on and be solid, not flash. Just like that. Cool. Yeah, I might take this over to my TV just to be sure, but if that's the case, then that means that my connector's good, and everything's good on this system. It just took a cleaning on there. And that's great news. That is great news. Next up to. Okay. So, all right. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to call this for here. Again, now that I've done that last test, I'm ready for tomorrow, and I feel in good shape. There's a couple things I need to do, a couple things I need to think about.